So now we're going to take a look at the 79 refit out in the dining room. Do some test fitting of the parts, so I'll be right back with that. All right, I'm back. You've seen this kit before. It's the 1000 scale refit from Polar Lights. Sorry, AMT. And if I'm not mistaken, let me take a look at the other side of the box here. And match box. Now, even though it's a box, there's no matches in it. Ha ha ha. So anyway, I'm going to turn the lights on because it's starting to get dark, and we'll try some test fitting of the parts. I'll be right back. Yeah, here we are. Now I know the contents of the box look a lot different than you've seen before, so I'm going to take you through the replacement pieces I bought. First, the properly sized Star Trek V shuttles, which I'll use for the other kit. Not the one that I'm working on in there, the real one. There are, again, shuttlecraft where you have to attach the nacelles. This one comes in one piece, so that's important. There is the corrected window panels, which you see here. The corrected forward nacelle grills to replace the existing ones. And from Lake Monster Models, who replaced Dawn's Light and Magic, you have the corrected bridge and sensor domes, the deflector dish and its housing, and front nacelle grills, and even light up impulse engines and stuff. So that's great. And full instructions on how to apply everything. That's good. But you see, because it's already embedded in the hull, you just have to take out the other part. So that's great. And what else? Warp nacelle grills. You've seen the, I think you've seen the decals before. Have to coat these with Tester's decal bonder spray because they have a tendency to fall apart. I found that out the hard way. Now, all right, now let's see here. You have the, you've seen the unboxing of the refit before, but in this case, we're going to take a look at the saucer and neck connection for the secondary hull. So I'm going to get those parts out and I'll be back. All right, so now we do some test fitting. I have parts 23 and 24. Not sure if it's the port or starboard nacelle here, but just align everything with its pegs. I think that's a little bit of flash. Oh, it's off now. Good. All right, just give me 1 minute here. Off camera for a moment. Oh, I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. Now, of course, it won't hold together without the glue because the pegs are too small, but there's the completed nacelle assembly, so that's a real good fit. Of course, you elastic it together and glue everything, obviously. There you go. So might as well do the same with the next one. Marking the parts in kind of the teal green because that's kind of the trim of the refit. So this part is 21. Mark that in there. This part is 22. So mark that in there. There we go. Trim off the sprue tree part from the inside so you don't accidentally hit the pattern, but again, you'll see that the part is it's completely smooth, which is great because then the Aztec decals will fit on no problem. So you can consider this almost a preview of the build of the 537 refit. All right, so let's see here. That should be it. There, see? There we go. Perfect. And you see the spot for the Dawn's Light and Magic parts for the front here. Perfect. So there you go. Now don't ask me which one is the... Yes, there we go. This is always on the outside. So that's the port nacelle. That's perfect. There you go. Brilliant. All right, now, secondary hull. Here we go. Okay, so let's see here. Pegs. Oh, there we go. There we are. Tiny pegs, of course. But everything should fit well enough. There we go. There you are. See? Now, I don't know what this is. Probably for the stand. It's probably a more stable stand than you get on the other section. Now, we have to go into another sprue tree to find the... Ah, there you go. The strong backs for the nacelle tabs. Yeah, I'm going to test practically everything here. Making sure to note the part numbers as I go. Because these 4 nacelle struts, they look completely identical. So, all right. There's the deflector dish. It'll go in here, along with the bridge dome and everything else. But that's not relevant for today's activities. All right. So I will do some more clipping and I'll be back. Now I am test fitting the nacelle into the strong back of the secondary hull, and you can see how tight the fit is here. That seems to imply that when I finally get it in, it's actually going to have a much better angle, much more accurate angle than the old one. But remember, this is the first time that this model was ever produced, so I'm sure the molds are far superior. In fact, that's too tight. I can't get it in. I would have to wait until the... that's amazing. Oh, well, that's why I'm trying to put it in the wrong side. Just give me 1 minute, I'll be back. That explained it. Well, you see here, you see? There. Now, I know it's not glued in, but it does fit. It fits in pretty snugly. That's pretty clever. And I mean, there is no harm in gluing these nacelles together now, but this is just test fitting this model. I'm not trying to glue it together or anything. But just making sure that those fit. There is a bit of play. That is true. But that's where gluing them in at the bottom tab there would come in handy. But you see how that tab doesn't have the huge space? Now I'm going to compare this with the other kit. Be right back. The reissued kit. You can see the massive difference on the reissued kit here. See? Little triangle thing versus full slot. So of course you know which one's going to hold back together better. And even the upper half of the nacelle here, which fortunately work together, a gap. But when you look at the secondary hull attachment, which you can see here, so compare that with that. Not much difference. A little thinner on the left, perhaps. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Well, now we know. All right, the next test is going to be the neck. I want to see how the neck fits on the... want to see how the neck fits on these, on the secondary hull. So I will mark the neck colors, cut them off their sprue, and I'll be back. So the neck is together. You can see the slot for, I guess it's the bottom of the saucer, or lighting. You can see the tiny peg, but don't worry, it'll be reinforced. So let's just test fitting again here. On the bottom of the saucer, forgive me if I'm out of camera frame for a moment. Oh, that's a tight fit. Didn't expect that. Come on, push. There we go. Excellent. Hey, it's holding. See? There you go. There you go. Now, you have to put these two on the secondary hull. There. And there. Come on, hold together. Now I'm going to take the saucer off the neck again. Well, actually, I'm going to leave it on. I want to test something. Just one moment here. Hook. That. Begin to see I might want to glue something in, but of course I'm not gluing anything in. I'm going to leave the saucer off the neck for a moment. There we go. This is going to be a bit fragile. I'll come back when it's together. All right, so there is the neck. That's pretty straight. And it doesn't appear that there's a saucer neck lean to correct in this case. So that's good. Hey. And of course you saw how it connected to the saucer properly. And let's see here. The strange thing is there don't appear to be any pegs to connect the saucer to it. It's other areas. In fact, I don't even see an outline for the other side of the thrusters. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I do. All right, let's see, because there was a problem where the thrusters were misaligned compared to the... all right, let's see here. Top thruster. Bottom thruster. Okay, so that is aligned. That's good. The other side, it's only a tiny bit of misalignment. It's mostly aligned. The front section, that's aligned. The saucer, thruster. So is the other one. Well, that's great. Look, even without the neck, and you can see how smooth it is. You have to take these out, that flash, but that can be used for behind windows, and then you paint the windows white. See how nice and smooth the hull is? So that's perfect. Now, let's see. Because you must remember that there was a missing fourth hatch. Aha! See? There's what the hatch looks like. But you rotate around to where it should be, which is... Okay, center line. So, 2 over, middle, no hatch. So I'll have to scribe a new one, just like I did before. But that's no problem. I've done that before. All right, so that's pretty good for the Enterprise motion picture refit. That's all I'm going to do for now. And I'll see you all later. Bye-bye. Proof that it actually does fit on its assigned stand. But I'm going to test and see if it fits on the Polar Light's large base stand also. All right, so I found out that the 2500 scale, too small, sinks right to the bottom. Now let's check the stand that is for Voyager. Don't worry, I have another 537 stand in the reissued kit you saw earlier in this video. Wow, that doesn't appear to fit either. This refit may end up going only on its assigned stand. That would be quite interesting, but welcome if that stand holds. Yep, the hole is a bit too small for Voyager's base. All right. Well, at least we know that it fits on its assigned stand, so that's good. So that's all for now for the refit. We're almost at 20 minutes total, so I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.